When your child comes up all socked from head to
Yeah.
toe, and you need to change the pajama, you need to change the blanket and the pillow
And
and
plus
stuffed
that
animals.
disgusting smell. And trust me, Alina, I must have reached out to almost 100 people in a week's time and nobody responded. That makes you doubt and makes you think
I
maybe it's
feel
not
you.
the right strategy.
It is a golden mine.
People will grind you and roast you. And I love that. You will get some really good information. Somebody's bad review is your opportunity. You got to make it or take
Exactly.
it.
For the hustle and the heart. Welcome to our new podcast,
Chai and champagne.
I'm Elena, founder of My Be Bear and creator of nighttime potty training underwear that helps kids graduate from nighttime diapers faster and mess free. And this is Neha, my co host.
Hi, I'm Neha, aka your pivot queen. I have probably changed more careers in my life than cities. And right now, I'm building my organic and clean baby skincare brand here in sunny Miami.
And here we're going to talk about motherhood, business, and everything in between. So take a chai, champagne, or both, and let's dive in.
Alina, it's Monday morning. I know weekends are really hectic, especially with the kids. How are you coping up? Is that champagne hitting good?
Let me try it first. I haven't tried
Yeah,
it.
girl, go ahead.
It's actually good.
Yeah, that's my concoction.
Yeah, but it's good with chai.
See?
Perfect, perfect operation.
Can never go wrong with
It
champagne and
never can
chai.
go. So
Yep.
I need it. On Monday, I need it. After
Okay,
the
let's
weekend.
make it a Monday ritual, girl. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah, thank you for asking. Actually, my Monday was amazing because finally my daughter's school was open.
Oh,
So
yeah. Oh, my God.
thank
Congratulations.
you. It
Yeah.
has been closed for 4 months. It was like it's a daycare, so it's not really school, but it was closed for 4 months, and my daughter loved it so much, so I wanted to keep her there. So we had to like juggle with other moms what to do. Like we did like little pots, and today was the first day where the school is open. Yeah.
Yay.
So again, celebrations.
Celebration and cheers to freedom.
I'm already into
From
drinking.
driving in and driving
This is my
out.
Russian side, like drink first and then you cheer. Yeah, I was really relieved that it happened. And what about you? I know that you've been in Disneyland.
Yeah, so we went to Disneyland. We took a little trip to Orlando. We did Animal Kingdom. It was my husband's birthday, and it was my first time, not my daughter's first time going to Animal Kingdom, and she was obsessed with Avatar. She didn't know what is Avatar. She had not seen the movie, but she got so obsessed and she kept on asking questions. Who are these blue guys? Why are they so tall? Why they have horns? And who's this benchy they are flying on? So it was cute, but it was hectic. And I always feel that Disney is a bit of rip-off. Do you also
Yeah.
feel the same?
Yeah. I love Disney. We've been there once with kids,
Yeah.
but it's just so expensive.
So expensive. And it's crazy. You pay for the entry ticket, then you pay for the merchandise, and then you pay for the fast lane pass and XYZ. So
Mm.
yeah, I think we are done for our Disney trip for quite some time. Like we won't be going back again.
I think you're doing it once
yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah. So yeah, that was fun. So Alina, you launched your brand earlier this year in March, I believe, right? Yeah.
Exactly.
And you did a Kickstarter to start it off, right? How has been the experience? And especially I want to know all the fuck ups that you did. Okay.
So indeed, I have launched my brand of bedwetting underwear for kids. And I started it when my daughter was 2 year old and we were going through potty training with her. And I was this lucky mom whose kid got potty trained herself. So she was basically, she just one of the days she decided that she doesn't need diapers anymore during the daytime. And she did so amazingly. Like she was asking for potty and so on. But then, where I was not that lucky is that she decided that she doesn't need any pull-ups or any diapers during the nighttime, and we started to struggle with bedwetting because of course she was not ready yet, she was not there yet, and she was not able to hold through the night. And we were desperate because we were working with my husband at a corporate job, so I had to be in the office every single day. My husband was working also like lots of hours, and we were exhausted, and I was trying to find something that would not feel like diapers, would feel like a real underwear, but would still have the absorbency that can keep up through the night. And I saw people were advising just use pee pads, like those disposable pee pads that some people use for dogs. But the thing is that they will not solve you the problem of the bedwetting, because bedwetting is not only about the mattress. They would protect mattress when I actually had the mattress protection, but when your child comes up all soaked from head to
Yeah.
toe, and you need to change the pajama, you need to change the blanket and the pillow
And
and
plus
stuffed
that
animals.
disgusting smell.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I had to wash her every night and 4 a.m. And then after she was washed and changed, she was not
Ugh.
like tired anymore. She was ready to go for the day. So it was really exhausting experience. And I was trying to find something and there was nothing at all existing. And to be honest and to be transparent, I was like, to be transparent with everyone, I was actually trying to push her back into diapers because I was not ready for that
Mm.
mess. And she didn't want that. She was like, Mom, I'm a big girl. I don't want to wear diapers. And she was right. We were prompting her during the potty training that she's a big girl. And now we're like chasing her with the diapers to put it back. Of course, for her, it was so uncomprehensive and very disruptive. And this is where I started to go in the forums and I realized that in reality, there is no alternative that exists for the nighttime besides the pull-ups or diapers. And this is where I had this idea of why don't you like just put some pad like on top of your underwear? Like I did this little pocket in your on top of your underwear and I put my maternity pad inside
Oh, wow.
because like this I knew that at least it would absorb something. And actually it was the first night where she still woke us up. So
Mm.
she still had an accident, but she came dry. The only wetness was inside of the underwear. So basically, the pad absorbed everything. And I changed her underwear. I put back the new underwear and she went to sleep. And it took me 2 minutes because the pajama was dry, everything around was dry. And the amazing thing that happened after is that little by little, I realized that she started to wake up later and later. She started to hold bladder more. And like in a matter of a month, she was fully potty trained during the day, at the nighttime.
Mm.
And in the matter of a month, she got fully potty trained during the nighttime.
Wow, that's
It
amazing.
is.
Yeah, you must have felt a sense of relief, right? That,
I was like,
wow.
oh, finally, I can sleep through the night. I can finally live my life without being having all those
Yeah,
dark
yeah, yeah.
circles.
It's scary.
Exactly. Not being scared, not looking like a zombie. And yeah, it was a huge relief for me. And actually, it was funny because I was not thinking at all starting a business back then. I was working corporate job. I was satisfied with whatever I had. And I had no like business background or anything. I didn't know anything about starting business. I didn't know anything about like product-based businesses, like nothing. Even the potty training, I knew it as a mom, but not something beyond. So I was thinking like it's a great product. I wish someone would invented it when I was looking for that. But when my career started to hit a hard road, I started to think more and more about this product. And when things became really complicated at work, I think I just decided that let me give this product a try because I needed that at one point, and I'm sure that other moms might also need that at one point. So this is where everything began, actually.
So yours is a classic case of a need-based product.
Yeah.
You found a need, you made a prototype of it, and you decided to convert into a business. But I'm sure there are many people, especially women, who are like us, and they want to start and build something of their own, but they are not sure where to start with. There are so many ideas; it's sometimes overwhelming. Like in my case, I had an idea. Like I didn't have a product, but I had an idea. I wanted to start a baby skincare product because when my daughter was born 5 years back, I couldn't find a
Mm.
clean, organic, fewer ingredients brand that I feel safe to put on my baby skin. So I had an idea, not a product idea, but I would say like a category
Yeah.
idea. So there are different versions that you can select with your business. And I think I we need to dive in to kind of help people who want to start their own journey, especially women who want to start their own businesses, and give them like a laydown of how we both validated our ideas.
Absolutely.
Like once you had the idea, you experimented on your daughter and it worked and you wanted to take the next leap of faith. But how there is this product validation that we need to do. And I like, how did you manage? How did you validate your product?
Good question. And validation is a must. If you would like to skip this step, don't do it because I've seen so many products
Yeah.
that clearly didn't go through validation process and they just there. They've been invest like people invest in their money and they
Without
just been
even validating their product and testing it out, which
exactly.
is
And
so
then they're just
absurd.
sitting on the shelves because no one needs
Yeah.
it,
And they have a failed business.
which is sad because I know that when you start something, you just pour your heart. So no, it's
And
in money, especially
it's
money.
expensive.
It is
Expensive. You gotta have, I don't know whether how you raise your capital, you're bootstrapping, but dude, it is
it
expensive.
is expensive. I completely agree with you. And you pour in your own money. This is
Yes.
like
Initially, you do
your
bootstrap.
savings.
Yes. Yeah. Not everybody goes for pre-seed and seed rounds, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't actually. I'm bootstrap. I still bootstrapping, and I would love to bootstrap until I cannot, and I will need like more money for growth. But as far as I can go, I would love to go with my own equity. But and it takes money from savings. I don't remember when last time I went for a nails to be
That's the
done,
first
right?
thing to go, right? One of the first things,
Yes,
right?
exactly. I'm doing it myself, so I save up
Save some.
$50 per
Yeah,
month.
exactly. Same here, girl. Same here.
So yeah, so regarding the validation, I think the first validation, of course, was myself
Mm.
because I was thinking I'm not the only mom out there looking for this product. Because when I was looking for solutions back when I was going through the bedwetting, I saw lots of moms were going through the same things. Another validation that I used, and I honestly advised everyone doing that, Google. Google is an amazing
Mm.
tool. And when you just put something in the research bar, then you have all the kind of category going down. This is what people are basically like looking for. And you would see a lot of like bedwetting and pull-ups. Should I use pull-ups for bedwetting? Does it help? All of the things. And this is already a good information for you is if this is the problem that is a problem for other people. Another great way to validate my product was going through all of this Facebook and Reddit and other forums because there are lots of moms out there searching for products and searching for solutions, and you can find so many information there. And I remember going through like Facebook mom groups like potty training and bedwetting groups and seeing what moms were asking exactly about underwear for the nighttime. And this really validated my idea that people are in need of something that can be a good alternative to diapers during the nighttime, because there were a lot of feeling that diapers are setting kids back because they're allowed to have
Mm.
accidents. And I was thinking that my tool might be a great tool for those people who would love to graduate from diapers, because this is a tool that sends the sensory trigger every time there is an accident because they feel the wetness,
Yeah.
but it doesn't allow leaks to go out. So this was my major validation. And then I did it like a very old fashioned way. So I did a huge spreadsheet of all competitors in bedwetting industry. So potty training underwear and pull-ups and diapers and mattresses, mattress protectors. And I went on their Amazon and Google and saw positive and negative feedbacks. I was trying to validate what are the features that my underwear needs to have, what people like and what people don't like about each of those solutions. So juggling between those positive and negative opinions, the forums and so on really allowed me to fine tune the offer and fine tune all of the requirements and of the design of my underwear, and also to make sure that my product is really something that people need. So yeah, it was a process. I think it took me several months to
Mm.
go through all of that, at least several weeks for sure, because I really wanted to make sure that if I do something, it is the best quality and the best outcome. But as you said, I know that lots of entrepreneurs, they just have an idea, right? Of, wow, I would love to have a business, but I don't know what to do. And I think this is what also happened to you. So maybe you can tell us a little bit more.
Yeah, I have actually multiple scenarios. In my case, I had an idea, like a faint idea of what I wanted to do, what I wanted to build, but I didn't know how. And product validation was huge in my case too, because it's a very saturated market as baby skincare. There are a lot of skincare brands, organic, clean, pediatrician approved, dermatologically approved. And the moot question was, how do I distinguish myself? So, my initial idea that I wanted to start was I wanted to build an Ayurveda based baby skincare brand because I come from India. As you can guess, I love chai. And when my daughter was born 5 years back, I was looking for Ayurveda ingredients here, baby ingredients, skincare brands here in the USA. And I couldn't find that. Remember, my daughter was born in 2020. That was also the peak COVID time. And I wasn't able to order much from India because the shipments were not getting
Mm.
delayed and
It
everything.
was
But it was a mayhem. But initially, once everything went back on track, I started ordering a lot of products from India. Whenever somebody used to come, I would ask them to carry few products for me and for my daughter from India. And that kind of stemmed this idea that why Ayurvedic products are so good, why should I not have a skincare dedicated to these wonderful, amazing ingredients like turmeric, rose water, and amazing other ingredients, and have it here and make other people also benefit from it. And so that was my idea, and that was the trigger. And I would say that was my distinction, my unique selling point. That's how I plan to distinguish. And I started doing research, validating the idea. I did it also in a similar way. There are few steps that I would like to highlight here. So the first step that I did took was I went on Amazon and I researched what are the top baby products, and I went and read all the reviews over there, and especially the ones which were like 1 star, 2 star, because those were the audience's pain points. Some reviews said that the scent was too overpowering, some said that it was drying on the skin, and I made a spreadsheet of all of those 1 or 2 star reviews and I wrote down that concerns. So this was something like
That's very smart.
yeah,
Smart way to do.
exactly. You need to find out what
Yeah.
is the problem of the audience that they want you to solve, and you need to build
Exactly.
from there, and not something that, oh, I have this idea, I need to work on that. Okay, I made a list of 10, 20 grievances of audience that I found on Amazon and other website, and I ranked them that what was the most frequent one and what was the most least rated. That was Amazon. The second thing I did was I went on Typeform and I made a list of 7, 8 questions specifically asking moms what they want from their baby skincare brand, what they look, where do they make the purchase, what's the price point they are comfortable with, what are the colors they like, what are the ingredients they like. And once I made those questions in a form and got it from Typeform, I went a little extra mile. I was a little crazy. I printed them out and I actually went to my nearest park, and I used to go there every day between 5 to 6 or 5 to 7, wherein moms would come there with their kids. Like in our park that I went to in my neighborhood, they have a small play area for the and all the moms, especially in Miami, it's very hot, so they would come around 5:30. Once the school is over, they would come around, and I would just hang out there casually, try to act cool, and keep a copy of few of my forms that I made, and just went and asked them to fill it out, and also get some. If they were not ready to fill it out, I would just ask them casually, have a conversation, and try to fill it out myself, and also get their details like an email. Not everybody was comfortable giving the phone number, but would try to get an email ID so that I can also create a list, and when my product is out, I can send them updates and create a funnel. I was trying to being smart and
It is such a smart way. And actually, you went right to the community that would use your product. So I think it's just such a smart
But
way.
let me tell you, people are not that sport. You may think that is a very smart strategy, but it hardly got me any response. People would just drop one word or one line as, I just order from Amazon. Pricing is fine. I like to keep it under $15. I would buy it for $15. But they were vague responses. Nobody answered why they would wanted to buy it from Amazon. Is it the convenience of shopping? Is it delivery? So
For
I would
sure.
say it was not really a very giving exercise in that sense. But yeah, I tried. But what I would say would be a better version to do is post in your mom groups if you are part of your local communities, and ask them and validate that, hey, I'm trying to launch a baby skincare product, and these are the things that I'm planning to launch. This is how I plan to differentiate my product category. What are the things that you look for when you buy a product for your kid? I think that's a more smarter and more practical way to do it.
Yeah, I would say yes, but at the same time, you need to really be careful because some of the communities they ban this kind of surveys
Yeah.
because they know that lots of brands they would just promote
Yeah.
their products through that. So you need to be really careful because you can actually jeopardize your company
Yeah.
for the rest if you start to post in the groups where it's not really allowed, and there are very few groups that allowing that. That's why I was thinking the way that you were doing that, it was very inventive. Maybe it didn't fly that time, but no one tells you that when your product is out and you can go maybe to see the same moms and say, listen, you remember
Yeah.
you fill out this form. So I finally released my product. Maybe you would love to taste it. I will
No,
try
some
it.
of them were, I still remember them. They were so sweet and they were so supportive and they shared some great inputs. But yeah, those are few.
Yeah.
Another crazy thing I did, and again, I would not advise anybody to do it. So I created this link of Typeform that I was talking to you about. And I just researched online on Instagram and especially mom influencers here in Miami and in California and big cities, New York. And I reached out to them, I shared my link of my Typeform to get their inputs. And trust me, Alina, I must have reached out to almost 100 people in a week's time and nobody responded. And
So
nobody
frustrating.
responded. And that kind of that makes you doubt and makes you think maybe it's
feel
not
you.
the right strategy. And the reason why I'm sharing this is because it is overwhelming and you will do stupid stuff. It is okay to do stupid stuff. Find your own way,
We all
do
did
your
it. We
own
all did
mistakes.
it.
Never think that it's not working, maybe something is wrong. Okay, there might be something wrong with it. Just fine tune it and move on. The reason I'm sharing all this stuff is because I have done it and I failed miserably at it. But then I also did some few smart things that I'm going to talk about later.
I also think it's not something like against your product or anything, but we just have such a busy life that when, and I can tell my mailbox receives hundreds of emails every single day. And if there is no interest for me personally as a mom or as an entrepreneur or as a businesswoman or whatever, I just don't even answer because I have no
No
time.
time.
So
Exactly.
I understand them. If maybe the best way would be even either to offer them, okay, if you fulfill the form, then you will be the first one. You will have a gift box from our company
That's what I
or
did.
something. Oh, okay. You even
Yeah,
offer.
there was a whenever I sent out the link, there was a line that said that the first 50 sign ups or the first 50 people to respond to this form will be given discount when our product launches. It wasn't like that. I had not put a offer, but everything has become so transactional. And like you said, I to give benefit of doubt to people also because I'm a mom myself. I'm juggling 1,000 things at one time and people do not genuinely have time, so that's also there. But we got to collect data, we got to validate our product idea, yeah, and any hat thrown in that direction is worth a try. I always say that. So yeah, that happened. Then when I didn't get responses from Facebook and my local park visits, and to the extent I was scared that people will recognize me and maybe put a poster out there, stay away
This
from
lady
this
approached
lady,
us.
she's crazy. So I thought it's better for me to take a break from visiting the park every day like a lunatic. So the third thing I did was I went on SurveyMonkey and I thought if I'm not able to collect data in real time, let me go and collect it through a professional service. I went on SurveyMonkey and I put in my questions and made a form and submitted. And the thing with SurveyMonkey, have you ever tried SurveyMonkey?
No,
Okay.
I haven't.
So the thing is, SurveyMonkey, everybody knows it's a paid service. You want to get answers, you have to put more filters, like, and every filter counts. So, like in my case, I wanted to get inputs from moms specifically because I know baby skincare products are something usually the mom buys. The mother is the one who makes the purchase. So I wanted to get inputs from the mom and I wanted to set and I didn't know that you have to set so detailed filter. So I set in the questionnaire, I filled it out, I paid whatever it costed, and then I get the survey back, like the responses back, and I notice all the responses have been filled by 90% are dads because I forgot to put the filter that it has to be by mother. And I was already paying close to $500 for that one survey. You could go Survey Monkey route, but be sure to put in the right filters, and every filter is going to cost you more. These were few failed attempts, I would say, in product validation that really didn't clearly help me. As I evolved, I understood there are smarter ways to do it. So what I did was, after few failed attempts, I went to Reddit, and
it is a golden mine.
it is brutal, it is honest, and I love that that aspect of it. People will grind you and roast you. And I love that. You will get some really good information. So I went on Reddit, I found some local groups. I used ChatGPT for help to suggest me groups, and I posted that idea. So the trick with Reddit is that you don't want to sound salesy. You can't post on every subreddit. So I picked out the ones that serve my purpose, parenting, mom, discussing, and I went out there and I posted about my product idea without sounding salesy and telling them about that. I'm planning to launch this skincare brand. Would you buy it? That's not the right thing to do. Before that, yes, very important thing. If you have not read this book, read the golden tip is read this book by Rob Fitzgerald. It's called The Mom Test. It will flip your narrative of asking questions. My strategy before that book was I used to directly go and ask to the people, would you buy this product? Without understanding what is their real problem. And if you put people in that situation, they will say, oh yeah, sure, I would buy a product. That's like the automatic response. But after reading that book, it completely flipped the psychology in my mind. If you have to ask a question, if you are my target consumer and I have to ask you a question, so instead of asking you, oh, will you buy this product, I will ask you, did you go for the shopping on the weekend? So you will say, yeah, we went to Target. Oh, nice. I love Target. What do you usually shop from Target? So maybe you'll say baby clothes and some shoes. Oh, wow. The kids section there is amazing. I specifically love the baby section and the clothes and the skincare. I really love to buy the skincare from there. Have you ever tried it? So that puts you in a situation wherein you will be answering questions related to the skincare, baby skincare, without even me asking or pitching you my brand. So I did this before I went to the Reddit, and that helped me to shape my questions I'm asking on the Reddit. So I did Reddit, I did Twitter. I had not gone to Twitter in last 10 years, but I went to Twitter because Twitter is again a play field where people like to be brutally honest and roast each other. So I love that kind of feedback. I went to the Twitter, I went to the Facebook page. Another suggestion, I didn't do that, but I feel that people can do is that they can also go for meta advertising and just to promote their idea.
It costs money.
It costs more money. I think going on, it's better than going on SurveyMonkey and paying for that review. If I would have to go back in
because
time,
you will target like
exactly
exact your audience.
Yes, and plus you will get like a sign up. No, you will get, you will also create a funnel for your potential customers. So you can like pitch in like that this baby skincare brand launching soon, and if you sign up, and 50 early customers will get 50% discount or whatever. So I think meta advertising might be good than other sources of collecting data. So I think these are the few things that I did, and that's how I validated my idea, and I was confident to move forward.
This was a huge validation.
Yeah, it
like
took me
all
several
steps.
months. Yeah,
steps are
I
very
failed,
important.
I corrected, I improvised, and then I got the results. And that's how, the golden learning here is that it's okay to make mistakes. You will make mistakes, but just don't like wallow into it. Just move, understand how it's done, learn, hire somebody, learn from somebody, and just go about it. That's what I did. But I know a lot of people, like I was mentioning earlier, they don't have an idea in head. What do you think they should start with? What is should be their strategy to move forward? Because they have this thing wherein they want to start something of their own, but they know how to. What would be your advice?
I would go if they just want a business. First of all, they need to understand what kind of business. So product-based business is one thing, and it implies some investment, and the people need to understand that it is a huge investment, and probably you will not gain that much of the money to pay you even a salary, even a little one, for several years, which is the reality, and this is truth, except for maybe those who have great following already and great email list. So I would say, first of all, realize what exactly you would like to do, because there are so many opportunities out there, but also the places are very crowded as well. So service-based, product-based, or whatever, or maybe they just buy existing business. There are lots of people also selling the businesses and buying existing businesses, and this is also the way to go. Once you get an idea what exactly you would love to do, I think I really love the idea, and that's actually what I did and you did. Go to reviews. Go to reviews on Reddit. Reddit is brutally honest, amazing space when you will get real advices and real feedback.
Feedback,
You will
yeah.
not have, oh, this is amazing product,
People
go
don't
for it.
sugarcoat
People
their
will roast you. People will tell you it's a bad product or good product or whatever. It's sometimes hard to stomach.
it's a bitter pill to swallow, but you need that to improve your product or
Exactly.
service.
As entrepreneur, I realized that bitter pill to swallow, there is no such thing anymore for me. Like
Yeah,
everything is so hard. Everything is just a bittersweet. How many times I would go to the shops and would offer my product, they would be like, no, we're not interested. And you have to put your smile back and go to another store and say, hi guys, I've just been to your neighbor and they were very interested, even though they were not. And here is my product. Please take it. And you have to go
go with
back
the same enthusiasm.
and you get no until you get, oh my God, this is
One
an amazing
yes,
product and I
yeah.
want it in my store. And then you will have probably another person and another person. And but before you get there, you have a lot of bitter pills. So I think as entrepreneur, I don't know now what does bitter pill means. All of them are sweet because I put in my smile on and I'm going go
That
fight for that.
explains me because I get so much of bitter eating on day-to-day basis that my sugar consumption is off the roof,
I
like
think
off
yeah.
the charts currently. Like I'm always craving something sweet. I don't know, this is just mentally or
No,
emotional me
me as
satisfying
well. Me
or some coping mechanism. I
I
don't
think it's
know.
we just in stress. It's true. So yeah, Reddit is a great tool. Also, going and seeing the reviews of the product or the
Mm.
services that people are getting, and especially bad reviews, because this is where you can make a big difference. Is also a great way to find the tool or service or product that you
Or
would love to.
problems like people are having,
Exactly.
like they don't like fragrances which are overpowering, or they like,
Exactly.
so it's a small problem to fix, and if you fix it they will love your
They will love
product.
your
Yeah.
product. Exactly. And this is lots of brands actually are doing that. They just trying to find something that people would love to have. And I also got very good advice from, like, I think from one of the podcasts that I was listening, and someone said, if you know which industry you would love to develop in, go to big brands that are always doing that and go to the comment section of their products and then see what people are complaining about. If people say, okay, this is a potty training underwear, but it leaks, well, this is where you need to work on. You need
Mm.
to make sure that your potty training underwear doesn't leak. If it is a product indeed, or your product has fast, your product has some ingredients that don't want to put on my baby, can you improve it? This is where you can lean in and start your business on, because you know that this is something that people are looking for. So
No, that's a gold advice actually. Reddit and even Amazon, I believe it's great
exactly.
for getting some really honest feedback. Somebody's bad review is your opportunity. You got to make it or take
Exactly.
it or just leave it. It's up to you. I actually have I would say a framework for this kind of problem, that if you don't have an idea, but you have an idea that I want to do a business of my own, I think the very first step that you can do is I like to call is an elimination framework. Actually, I got it from the founders course. I did it before I kind
I remember that you were telling
yes,
me.
I told you about it, and I found it really helpful in streamlining my thoughts and finding the right approach to. So they in the first step for that elimination framework is write out 5 areas or 5 things that interest you. So for me, I like skincare, maybe
Mm.
I like fashion, I like jewelry, I like food. So just write it down. Sleep over it the next day, shortlist sleep over it the next day, bring it down to 2, which are your absolute favorites. So definitely I pick
Mhm.
skincare and food because I love food.
Who doesn't?
Yeah. It shows. No,
It
yes.
doesn't.
Yeah, thank you. You're sweet. Oh, my friend. So, food. And once you have those 2 ideas, just pick one. And once you finalize on the most attractive one, write 2 things that you really like about that.
Mm.
So maybe skincare, like for me, I picked out skincare. And for me, it was baby skincare and something which has less ingredients. That's really something that I wanted to focus on. And then you need to ask 2 questions to yourself. Is this something that you can talk about hours and you don't get bored? I can talk about skincare, baby skincare for
Mhm.
hours. I don't get bored. If you ask me what are the ingredients, what are the scents that you like, what's new coming up, and I even I'm not like the formulator or I'm not the chemist building in the lab, but I love to talk about it. I have done a market research and I can talk about what's the competitors, how they are playing, what's the pricing point. So this is
You even
something.
have a lab at your place.
Yeah, I will talk about not a lab. That's a makeshift lab because I experimented with a lot of
Huh?
formulations myself before I finally
But
decided that I want to go
this
in.
just shows the level of your passion that you created a lab at your place because you love so much of the skincare.
Yeah, I think that was actually my husband's idea. I wanted to do it, but I was not very keen into it because I thought I will have to get so many products and get all the apparatus
Mm,
and all the things that you need for tools for the lab. But my husband was like, no, if you don't build it yourself, you will never know what you need. So
he's
I think
right.
that was something he really pushed me. And I'm so glad I did because a lot of my friends actually got lot of free skincare
Mm.
made by me initially once I started, and they came back to me saying, oh, I gave it to my mom also, the second bottle that you gave, and she loved it. Can you make that moisturizer
I didn't.
again? And the best part about is what came out of it was that I actually put those products on my daughter. Not though that she was my guinea pig, but if I feel that it's safe for my daughter, it's safe for anybody's daughter
Mhm.
or son. I felt that way. Yeah, again, I was asking, coming back to those two questions. So one is, can you talk about that interest of yours for 2 hours, 3 hours and not get bored of it? And second question, very important question, will people buy it? Will people pay
Mm.
dollars, their hard earned money to buy that product? I think these are the two questions that you really need to nail it down, right answers, and understand. If you have a solid understanding of these two questions, I think it's a good way to move forward in that direction. Otherwise, go back again, make a whiteboard of 5 things that you want to work on, and then go with the same elimination route. And third is, frame your customer in your mind. Is it Karen or is it Jesse? Have a persona. And this is, I think, I know
Yeah.
you are big on that because you were telling me that you framed a customer persona in your head and you used to actually talk to her and imagine her buying your product.
People would think that we are like the psychos. We're talking to the people who doesn't exist.
No, but tell Alina, how did you come up with framing that ideal customer profile who would buy your product?
Actually, what helped me a lot, I went through these courses. It was like a kind of accelerator, which was a funny story actually to tell because it was a tech accelerator. I got in by chance. It was called Build in Miami. So who are in Miami might know about it. And it was tech accelerator. So it was funny because everyone was, I'm building AI app in this. And I was like, I am doing bedwetting underwear for kids. And
Quite
I
unconventional.
I think I really felt like alien, but everyone was so nice and sweet.
The best part about supporters community,
Yeah,
like,
I know, I
creators
know.
community, they're so supportive of
They're
each
so
other.
supportive.
Like sometimes I feel even my parents are not that nice to me all the time.
It was great experience. And actually during one of those courses, we were going through this perfect customer validation persona. And when I started to do that, I decided to dive
Go
all
all in,
in.
yeah.
I knew the name of the person. I
What did
knew
you name her? What did you call her?
Jessica.
Jessica. Oh, I was
Actually, mine
close.
was
Karen and
Jessica.
Jessie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine
Okay.
was Jessica.
Define Jessica. How did she look like?
So Jessica, she is 40-year old because I think I identified with her at some point as well. So she lives in California
Mhm.
and she's very conscious about kids' health and she's very conscious about what she puts on her in her body, on her body and on her kids. So all of this why the organic cotton came out in my mind because I know that I'm very conscious about everything that I eat, everything my kids eat, and I want to make sure that whatever they put, especially in like on the crotch area, which is very sensitive.
Yeah.
If we think about it, it is where the the tissue is in contact with mucus and mucus absorb a lot. We never think about it, but it absorbs a lot. So whatever chemicals might be in the clothes or diapers or whatever, it will be absorbed in your kid's body. That's why I wanted to make sure that my underwear is safe for the kids. So yeah, my Jessica, she is very conscious as well. So she lives in California and she's also one of those moms who is questioning the fact that if we are keeping our kids in diapers, aren't we delaying their way to the dryness during the nighttime? I knew where she was like shopping. I knew where she was. I was like building all the map, like she was shopping because I needed that to understand how to talk to Jessica because she is my ideal customer. And of course, I wanted to make sure that if I talk to her, she understands what I'm trying to sell, right, to
Yeah.
her. So I wanted to make sure when I talk to Jessica, I am understood and also that she gets that, yes, this is the product that can really be a game changer for so many kids and for her kid as well.
I also did a similar exercise
Yeah.
and wherein I kind of identified 4 categories of customers that might be interested in buying my product. And I named them. And I also liked the conscious buyer and I named her, gave her a name.
What is her name?
I
Tell
don't
me.
remember. I will have to look that. But I also did a similar exercise and that helped me to map my ideal customer. So I think that is a very important exercise to do to have an understanding who's going to be your potential customer, what is going to be the price range they are going to be comfortable in
Mm.
buying, how do they look like actually make a figure like with chat gpt and with all the ai tools you can actually make an image out of it which will give you more clarity. I didn't do it back then, but I would love to do it. I would, and this is a serious advice I would give any
Yeah.
business
Ask your ChatGPT to
founder
generate an image.
because
Yeah.
we as humans we believe in what we see, and if you have an image in front of you that has more impact on you and helps you to visualize better and in detail. So that is something that I would totally go back and do. Maybe I think I know what I gonna do that because I have given the names, but I need to put an image to those names.
This is
So
something that I need to do with my Jessica.
yeah, I can visualize your Jessica in
Yeah,
my head because you were
exactly.
keen and
Yeah.
so detailed in explaining her. But I think that's one important step. Third one is do this, keep on consistently doing it for a month, 4 weeks, 5 weeks, talking to the same topic to people about it. Maybe they'll get bored. So switch a new set of friends. Go to different
Switch
go,
friends.
go switch friends, go to different set of people, but try to do it consistently and
Yeah.
see if you don't get bored and try to do it for a 30-day consistently. And if you survive that 30-day rule, I think that's the product for you. I think that's the easiest way. 3-step framework, the elimination framework, that know what you want to do, eliminate what you don't want to do, then speak to your customers if
No,
you
I think
have
it's a
any.
great. I think it's a great framework. If you don't really know where you're going, I
It's
think it's a great way.
overwhelming. It is overwhelming, especially when you are beginning. Even if you don't have a product idea or you have a product idea, I believe it's overwhelming because there is so much to do and you don't know where to
Yeah,
begin.
exactly.
So I think having that framework, that clarity is really important for that. And like we were discussing, you remember one of the days we were discussing that for some, it's an aha moment. You have that clarity. And for some, it's a
It's a
case of gradual
process.
clarity.
Exactly.
Like for me, it's a case of gradual clarity. And for you, I think it was like an aha eureka moment wherein you knew from the start that you had to do it.
This product,
Yes,
exactly. It's
yes.
true. It's true.
So it's a journey. Elena, I think it was a lot to cover.
My head is like exploding.
We share the lowlights also, which is very essential.
And there are lots of lowlights. I
Yes,
promise.
yes. So let's wrap it up. And but before we go, tell me, what was your highlight of the week?
In my highlight of the week, and actually it's not really of the week, but of the whole month, I've just been announced that I was an award of Boundless Future Grant. So Boundless Future Foundation is a foundation that help womenpreneurs who are building businesses and doing some social impact, so environmental impact, and actually they choose my brand as one of the brands.
You
for their
won the
brand.
grant.
Yes, so I got
Oh
the
my
grant
God,
from them, and I
Alina.
got also mentorship from them.
Oh my God,
and I'm
congratulations.
Thank you. And it's just a big validation of what I'm doing because besides the monetary help that this grant provides, it's also a great validation that my product is needed, that my product is understood, and that it is seen. People saw really great social and environmental value in it.
Did you cry?
Almost. Yeah. I was so grateful for being there. And the fact that they also provide mentorship, I really,
It's amazing.
yeah.
I'm so happy for you. This is such a
I feel that
huge.
I have like a
It's a
wings.
crown. Like
Yes, like a crown and the
like
wings behind me.
it's
that
like
I
a
know
huge validation
it's
that the
addition.
journey you are on, even though it doesn't look that bright right now, but you are headed in the right direction. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
It's funny when I knew that the grant will be there soon. I bought myself a printer for the orders because now I'm like
Oh
I'm
my
going to the Office
God.
Depot and printing there for
The square
the
ones?
ship.
Oh
What
my
about
God.
you? What are your highlights?
Yeah, that's actually my highlights. I would say there are 2 highlights. One is personal and one is professional. I'm going to start with the professional one. The professional is that after a few failed attempts on Fiverr, Upwork, and 99 Designs, I finally finalized and branding agency based in London. I approached to her somewhere in May of this year, earlier this year, but I loved her design. She's very spontaneous. She's somebody who has expertise in, especially in CPG starters
Mm-hmm.
and founders, which is my niche. And she instantly understood what I wanted, what my vision of the brand was. But again, as I am also bootstrapping, the price that she quoted, it was beyond my budget. And
Mm.
I thought, let me explore options like Fiverr and get it done from a freelancer. And I want to shoot myself in the foot. I think I shot already myself in the foot, because after few failed attempts and few wasted hundreds of dollars, I went back to her again
Huh.
earlier this month, and she was kind enough to accept, take me in. Although she is going on maternity leave and she would not be able to start working on my campaign until January, but I loved her so much, and I
Mm.
really want to wait for genuinely the kind of work I want for my brand. So we finally signed the contract.
I'm
So
glad
this
for
is,
you.
yeah.
Happy
And
for you.
again,
But
I
Fiverr and 99 Designs is hit or miss. Sometimes you have great
yeah,
results.
I
Sometimes it's
mean,
like,
I have to
uh,
say my experience with Fiverr and these professional freelancers has not been that amazing.
mm-hmm.
Maybe it's just what I want is a very specific vision and it's difficult to encapsulate it in a specific way. Maybe that's the thing. But I also realized, Alina, one thing, that sometimes you need to spend money in
True.
right channels. You cannot bootstrap and you cannot hold back in. It's okay to be frugal, but things like design, packaging, these
Mhm.
are the things I don't want to be frugal with, because these are at the core of my brand value. So I think I'm really happy that she's on board. And this is definitely a highlight, because I
Congrats.
have been like dilly dallying with this
Uh-huh.
decision for almost 6, 7 months. And I'm finally happy to take that plunge in, although it costed like a vacation.
No
Like,
vacation for the
no
Thanksgiving.
vacation. As it is, I'm not going. All my vacations are cancelled for now, for the interim. And another highlight, which is personal, if anybody doesn't know, I'm huge into personal finance. And especially, I started learning about personal finance when my daughter was born, because that kind of gave me, I would say, a mission to make our future secure. And we finally established a trust for our daughter. This was something which I wanted to do for two
Mm.
years. We already have a will in place for her, but me and my husband, we wanted also to set up a trust for her.
Mm.
And
Smart move. Yeah.
yeah, that is something really important to us. And I'm glad we finally did it. So yeah, these are two of my highlights. And, but none competes yours, like amazing
Come on,
winning
this
a
is amazing
grind. Like
highlights.
you need to treat me for a
Don't
lunch.
don't diminish the level of the achievement that you've done. I know how it is hard to go through all of this grind with design and packaging and branding. It's such a great achievement, and I'm really glad that you find someone. For me, my favorite journey was a little bit different. I found really great service providers there, but I imagine like how frustrating it can be when you ask for one and then you just deliver it lower quality. And the trust for 2 years, you couldn't do it, and then finally done. Great highlights.
Yeah, definitely. So, yeah, a little applause.
Applause to us.
And before we go, we are going to do a product spotlight. Product spotlight is wherein we pick one product created by a fellow entrepreneur, a business founder like us, and we have used that product and we love that product, both of us. And this week it goes to Big Mama's dressing. You remember we met them at one
I
of the
remember.
events. Very cute mom and son duo. So the mom has been making this. Oh, by the way, here it is. So the mom has been making this dressing for almost 40 years, right? That's what she
Yeah.
said. And in her kitchen, and it was very popular with all her neighbors, friends, and family. And the son actually left his corporate job to take it to
To
the next
support her.
level
It
and
was
support her.
so
So
cute.
sweet. And just like a huge shout out for them. And the dressing is so lovely
Maybe
too.
we can just show it a little bit more. And indeed, we actually we bought it together. It's not sponsored. We just want to highlight small businesses that are doing great products because we know how hard it is
Yeah.
to go through the grind, especially when you're starting and especially when you are doing something from personal experience without a huge money behind.
We all need that support from each other. And by the way, they grow their lemons in their kitchen. It was
And she
so
was
nice. She
so
was
nice.
very sweet. Yep.
Thank you a lot for being with us.
I'll catch you next time.
I think it's time to wrap up.
Yes, I'll catch you next time. with a little more champagne, a little more chai, and a little more conversation.
Thank you everyone for being with us for this podcast, and we hope that you loved this session and stay with us. Subscribe to our Instagram account and to our other accounts, and you will see us very soon.
And we are also going to drop our email ID in case if you have any questions, you want any forms, responses, please feel free to reach out to us, shoot an email, and we'll do our best to respond. Bye. Ciao.
Bye.